If you are able to yoink yourself the Prototipo 6 out of the new Emerald boxes, I have to say you are one lucky player. Why exactly? Because straight up, in my opinion, it's the best tank out of the boxes. No contest. Literally no contest. It's really, really good. Because, let's be honest, the Progetto is really good. The Progetto M46. That's why we also have a funny version called the Mars, you know? And a lot of people already expected this tank to be very strong for quite a long time, you know? But I have to be honest, I didn't expect it that I had to have the Progetto getting powercrept on my bingo card. You know, I'm an OM, we are old men, so we do bingo, but I didn't have that on my bingo card. Because just from playing the tank, it fits so good in the current meta. It's nuts. It's nuts, generally. Because the Prototipo 6 offers you a really good package all around, with one key difference to the Progetto, and that it has 300 alpha. It has 3 rounds in its autoloader, it has good pen, and it has 300 alpha. That means that rather than doing 720 damage maximum burst in 4 seconds, with 240 alpha, 3 shots, 2 seconds interclip, you do 900 damage in 5 seconds with 300 damage each shot, with the exact same DPM. The exact same DPM. It's carbon copy. Yes, the Prototipo has worse gun handling stats, except for accuracy, there it's better, than the Progetto. That obviously makes sense, it's a 105mm gun, not a 90mm gun. Speaking of which, 105, it overmatches 30mm plating, it also does more damage to modules, which I genuinely noticed. Amarak the Decust. Well, he was damaged, but you know, I did Amarak him. I also did a lot of tracking damage with 1 hit. Not a problem at all. It's I don't know, man. I don't know. That thing, it's insane. Again, I didn't expect it to tell you guys in 2025 that we just powercrept the Progetto. Okay, let's tone down the hype a little bit and be a little bit more rational about it. Because on paper, it looks like a very, very solid, maybe even a bit better side grade to the Progetto. But long-time viewers know that currently I am very, very confident that the meta really revolves around higher alpha. That is why the DBV is so popular. It's so strong because boom, 800 damage and you can go back into hiding. That is why the SFAC is so insanely good. Boom, 780 damage with the double shot and you can go into cover. That is why the XM is so insanely good. Bang, 630 damage, you can hide into corners and hide again, you know. Alpha currently is very important, especially when you add it to good gun handling or decent gun handling. And the Prototipo 6 has more than enough decent gun handling for that. Mobility-wise, it's also not a slouch either. Yes, the Progetto is faster because it has 55 kph top speed and 20 in reverse. We only have 50 and 18 respectively. We do have better HP per ton ratio, meaning we are definitely quicker when it goes up the hill, but yeah, the Progetto already has pretty good movement, especially with very, very good terrain resistance stats. And yeah, the Prototype has carbon copy the same resistance stats. Gun depression, also the same. 9 degrees, very comfortable. Especially when you compare it to the Object 168 German edition. What about the survivability? Now, the survivability, yes, that is an argument where you can make. It has 100 hit points less. That is noticeable. It also has no armor to speak of. As you can see, yes, on paper it has 170 on the turret, but, you know, it's just a gun mantlet and it's probably there to bounce off some HE rounds. That's about it. You can have a little bit more armor here where it's overlapping, but good luck hitting that. You can, however, get lucky with the 35 to 75mm plating in acute angles. And even if we go into gun depression mode, we can get even a little bit luckier. Why is my mouse so jittery? I do not have that, I don't have Parkinson yet. You can even actually bounce a lot of stuff on the turret because of the acute angles. And side scraping could theoretically work against the Progetto because there's 30mm and 35mm of armor. But that's about it. It doesn't really have armor. Like, generally, don't expect you to be a frontline medium. But it's a good support medium. It feels good, and it has all the tools where good players are able to abuse them. The mobility, the gun handling, the alpha, the burst potential. The only other thing which is lackluster is the view range. It's only 380 meters, not 390 meters, meaning that even with a boosted slot here for spotting and you're using something like turbo, vents, rammer, you don't get full view range. You're stuck at 440 meters, which is still fine, but I'm a sucker for getting the 445, you know? But it's fine, it works, totally. But now you might say, but Raging, what the fuck? I can't say that. Look at this, there is a lot of red, and you say, oh my god, it's insane, POWERCREEP the Progetto. Look, all the things basically which are red are stats where it's only slightly worse, you know? Like, yes, 5 kph does make a difference, don't get me wrong. Yes, 0.5 seconds in total, 1 second makes a difference, but that is actually not that much. Yes, the aim time is worse, but then again, it is tied to the clip, which is fine. The accuracy is actually better. Yes, the gun handling during tank traverse is worse, but it's not that bad. Turret traverse, yes, that's another point. I give you that one. That it's definitely worse. But then again, what else really is worse? The reload times of the clip? Well, obviously, it has more alpha, but has the same DPM. Let's think about it. Gun traverse. Actually, it's not a big deal because having slower gun traverse results in less bloom of the gun. View range, we already discussed that, but it has better, as you can see, camouflage values, 2%. I think that actually might be enough to offset the worst camouflage. So Progetto versus Prototipo 6 should spot themselves each at the same time. And yeah, hit points. This one makes it a little bit worse when it comes to brawling. But that's it. Like, genuinely, that's it. It is a side grade, but the fact that it is a side grade with similar gun handling and 300 alpha and 900 burst damage in 5 seconds, not 4 seconds, it makes it the superior side grade. Genuinely. So far in the sessions I've played, I didn't really felt like, dang, I really wished I had the 2 seconds there, not the 2.5 seconds. Well, yes, there was a situation where I wasn't able to get the second shot in on AMX M4, but it was also a little bit me mistiming it while knowing it has this 2.5 seconds impact, you know. So, yes, that would be the case, but nah guys, nah. That thing is, it's bellissimo, if you want to speak Italian in that regard. I really like it, and if you get it in the boxes, kudos to you. You probably got one of the best vehicles out of the boxes. Because the Object 168, the German edition, is a sniper medium with 5 degrees of gun repression and fairly odd handling. Didn't really like it so far. Has good view range though, like, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it does have like 410, 420 meter space. Oh no, 390, never mind, I'm completely stupid, I saw it with consumables. So it's basically like the Progetto in that regard. But doesn't really have anything else yet. Even the shells are very slow. And the Let Stridsfordon is odd. 420 alpha, the accuracy is meh, the mobility is fine, it actually can shoot on the move very well, it even has gun depression, gun elevation, which is funny. But, I don't know, it's super map dependent, while something like the Prototipo is definitely not. But yeah, that's the Prototipo. Thank you so much for watching, cheers, and I'll see you around.